Hey, it's JJ Movie Corner here. I'm JJ. It's my movie wall back behind me. Gonna be going through my Blu-ray and 4K collection once again. It's been a couple of years since I've done this. Trying to get back into posting everywhere about my movie collection, movies, and everything. As you can see right behind me, we have all three of my shelves here. We've got a bunch of collector items on top of the shelves. Got some posters behind me. I don't know if you can see it, but we have a skeleton over here to the right. We'll get there. So yeah, we got tons of stuff behind me. I'm going through each Blu-ray, not quite each Blu-ray individually. We'll just kind of I'll point out the ones that are important or good or bad. Even if they're bad, I'll point them out. Because there is one, you can probably see it down there where I bought them. I don't know if you can see it or not. We'll get there. So, just going to go through each the collection of each shelf. And just, yeah. Alright, so here we go. We're here on the first shelf. On the top of the first shelf, we got a bunch of Marvel, Star Wars, as well as one big Indiana Jones Funko Pop. Tony Stark arc reactor from Infinity War. Got a little Spider-Man figurine with a little pop figure on top. Then we got the Star Wars movies here on VHS. Some of my favorites of my collection here. They're very good quality VHS tapes as well. Watched them a few years ago when I got them. Still look great. Then here on the first shelf, the first row of the first shelf, is going to be all Disney movies. As well a little bit of the next shelf, but mainly the first shelf here. So, starting off here, you got 101 Dalmatians. It's going to be the first movie in my collection that like in order here, I haven't seen. There's going to be a lot of movies that I have not seen in my collection. There's quite a few that I haven't quite seen yet, or refuse to see and just kind of have them, like Beverly Hills Chihuahua 3. I don't really have a need to watch this movie. I got it from Disney Movie Rewards, a little blind Blu-ray buy. Back here with Frozen 2. I still need to pick up the first Frozen. I love the 4K of this. Looks nice. I love watching that in theaters. I think Frozen 2 is better than the original Frozen. But that's just me. We got Hunchback. Comes with both Hunchback and Hunchback 2. Haven't seen either of them. Back here we got the 4Ks of the Lion King remake as well as the Mulan remake. Funny enough, I don't own the original Mulan. I don't have the 4K of the Lion King. It's just kind of weird why I have them on live action ones. I haven't seen either of those. Then here, got Raya and the Last Dragon, most recent Disney movie, as well as my most recent purchase. Yeah, of course we have the Santa Claus trilogy. In a weird way, kind of a fun trilogy, but I really don't. I kind of ignore 2 and 3. A lot of the Disney movies that I get are either from FYE on sale or they're from Disney Movie Club, which is where Raya came from. Down here we got almost the entire Toy Story franchise on 4K. First Toy Story thing to get. And down here on the second shelf, we're going to kind of finish out the Disney movies with the Wreck-It Ralph movies and Zootopia. Then we're going to go on to the MCU right here. So we have all Phase 1 right here, all with slips except for Avengers. I have 2 Thors. I have 1 Thor on 4K, as well as 1 Thor on Blu-ray. Kind of working towards replacing some of these on 4K. Here to Phase 2. I need to get slips for all of these movies here. I kind of want to get a slip for Doctor Strange as well, but I do enjoy the Steelbook. But yeah, I definitely need for 4K slips of these 5 movies here, as well as Homecoming. But we got Infinity War here. This is back when I first started the channel. This was one of the first pickups I got after the channel started. So we got Infinity War. Then, of course, we have Endgame. And of course, the most recent MCU movie, or the most recent MCU movie for physical media, Far From Home. And then next up is everything basically from A to Z, or I guess from numbers to Z, because everything starts 21 Jump Street. As you can see, I have a ton of 4Ks. I kind of, especially these Warner Brother ones, like 300, maybe more throughout the collection. But whenever Target has new 4Ks, I tend to try to pick them up pretty quick. And then over here, we got the Alien franchise with Alien 4K, as well as the original Blu-ray releases of the first 4 AVP movies, and then Covenant. Down here, we got my favorite movie in my collection, my favorite underrated movie in my collection, I guess you can say, is Anne and the Apocalypse. I love this movie. It is fantastic. If you haven't seen it yet, it is a great Christmas horror musical, I guess. It takes place during Christmas time, during zombie apocalypse, and it's a musical. It's a strange one. It's definitely a strange one, but it's definitely a very fun watch. If you haven't yet, I highly recommend it. And over here, this is my favorite movie in my collection. Is Baby Driver, my favorite movie of all time. Edgar Wright is fantastic. Cannot wait for Last Night in Soho. A little later this year. And down here we got the Back to the Future trilogy, Bad Boys 1 and 2, some animated Batmans. And here's another one of the Warner Brothers 4Ks with Beetlejuice. And then another recent 4K of the Beverly Hills Cops. I love getting, like I said, the ones that Target has every once in a while can be very nice. Down here we got 2 copies of Blu-ray in 2049. Got the initial Blu-ray and then the 4K as well. Need to rewatch that, especially with the 4K player that we have. Definitely got to get to that. And here we got the Dark Knight trilogy, Days of Thunder on 4K. As a racing fan, it's kind of nice to have Days of Thunder, even though it's not the greatest of movies. Alright, and then down here, we have a quick movie that I try forgetting that I own, or try forgetting that it exists. We got the Emoji Movie. Got it for Christmas a few years ago, and I just kind of haven't went to go watch it. One of the better horror franchises here. Got Evil Dead 2, and then Evil Dead Remake. Which the Evil Dead Remake is terrifying. It is a great movie. Then up here, up to the Fs, we've got Fantastic Beasts on Blu-ray, on 3D Blu-ray. Got the Fast and the Furious, sorry. I only have the first one, as well as Hobbs and Shaw over here. Looking to get the rest of those, hopefully here soon. Over time, anyway. I've been in no rush. Got Freaky here. One of the few movies from last year that I actually got to see because of everything going on in the world. We got the Friday the 13th 8-movie collection. Jason Voorhees will come back in this video in a much better way. We got Ghost in the Shell here, which is probably my favorite Blu-ray, or favorite 4K slip that I have. This slipcover is absolutely beautiful. It is easily my favorite of the slips I have. More 4Ks here. We got the Ghostbusters movies, 1 and 2. Haven't seen those. I've seen the remake of Ghostbusters, unfortunately. Have not seen the original one yet. Just haven't got there. Over here we have the Halloween movies, which I only have Halloween 3, Halloween 6, 6, H2O and Resurrection, as well as the remake. I don't have the originals quite yet. I'm waiting for the Scream Factory 4Ks of them. Over here we have Hobbs and Shaw. We have Hellfest, which is a very fun little slasher movie. Definitely recommend it if you are into that genre, which I certainly am. Down here into more of the eyes. We have Imperium. We got In Mouth of Madness. John Carpenter, fantastic. I haven't seen it yet, but John Carpenter is great from what I've seen, so I'm excited for that. And we got Indiana Jones. We got The Invisible Man, as well as In Chapter 2 on 4K. Got the Jaws Blu-ray, as well as the newer Jaws 4K release. Got the John Wick trilogy. I need to get a slipcover for John Wick 2. And then down here we got the Jurassic World franchise, I guess. Got the 3 original Blu-ray releases, as well as the Jurassic World. I don't know why this is in here backwards. Yeah, it's strange. Whatever, let me fix that. And we got Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, which I have on 4K. I have it on 4K in a steelbook, because after I saw it, I thought it was good, and looking back, it's really not that great. Then here we have one of my favorite horror movies, Killer Clowns. I'm not a huge fan of this packaging that it's in. Trying to find a way to get the Arrow video release of it somewhere. La La Land, if you're in the musicals, La La Land is fantastic. Damien Chazelle is great. I also have First Man up here. I love it. His stuff's great. And down here, that's more stuff. We got Lighthouse, we got Logan, Logan Lucky, Lost Boys, Touched by the Sea, Maze Runner. We got some random stuff. We got Men in Black 3 on steelbook, but not the other 2 Men in Blacks. And down here we have more M's. We got Midway, Mission Impossible trilogy, the original Mission Impossible trilogy. Then the good trilogy for Mission Impossible. We got Ghost Protocol, Rogue Nation, and Fallout, which is personally my favorite Mission Impossible movie. I am a sucker for those movies. They're great. Speaking of Tom Cruise, though, we've got 2017 The Mummy, which is not good at all. It's very not fun. I also have the original The Mummy from the 30s, but we don't have the Brendan Fraser Mummy. We got New Mutants, which is an alright movie. It was in development hell forever, so I'm not that surprised. It's good stuff. We got Parasite, Pan's Labyrinth, so I haven't gotten the chance to see Parasite yet. The Predator, Prince of Darkness, another John Carpenter I haven't seen quite yet. We have Psycho here. Like, I'll probably make a video about this eventually. Bit of a hot take. I don't know if it's a huge hot take nowadays, but I respect this movie, and I respect what it did for the genre of horror and like kind of the slasher genre a bit. It's not as good as everyone says it is. It's slow. It is very slow. Anyways, here, after I get yelled at for saying that, I have First Blood, Rambo, and then Rambo 3. I'm looking to get the other 2 4K Rambos just to complete that. I haven't seen any of them. It's always nice to have a complete collection now. Then up here in the S's, we got Scoob. I got Shaun. I forget that I have this. I forget that I've watched this movie, to be completely honest. It's not fun. Don't recommend it. Shaun of the Dead. Amazing movie. Again, Edgar Wright. Fantastic. We have the 4K, the Sherlock Holmes. We have The Shining. Up here, it's going to be a pain. We got the Peanuts Holiday Special, or Holiday Special Collection, or whatever you want to call it. We got The Shining, Shutter Island, Summer Party Massacre on Steelbook, Snatchers, I haven't seen that either as well. Got Sonic on 4K. Again, one of the few movies from last year that I got to see. Saw it in theaters before everything shut down. I liked it. It's honestly a very fun watch. Here we got Southpaw. The Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy here. As well as we've got Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man, Steelbook, as well as Spider-Man 2. And then we got Into the Spider-Verse. This is my favorite Spider-Man movie. Spider-Verse guys. Got the Star Trek movies. We got 2 of them. And we've got the complete saga for Star Wars. A little beat up, but it's alright. I don't mind. Probably won't watch the original trilogy on this, mainly because I have them on VHS, so I'd rather not watch the Blu-ray releases. Down here we have, it's not, I don't think it's an actual Blu-ray, I doubt it anyway. I got it at a horror convention down here in Orlando. It is the Star Wars Holiday Special. Um, I had to buy it. I had to. It's a nice addition to the collection. I haven't seen it, and I'm excited to see it this Christmas. More Star Wars. I got Rogue One, got Solo, Force Awakens with the Steelbook, and then the rest of the sequel trilogy. Weird one, we got Sucker Punch. Kind of damaged up here. FYE, and their stickers that they put on their movies kind of ripped. I'll start with the finger in the way there. We got Taxi Driver. Got a big Canadian like digibook release. I had to go to the movie, which is ironically kind of good. I know the show gets a lot of flack and a lot of hate for not being what Teen Titans was, but like you have to go to the movies. It's actually like a really fun watch. You got the first two Terminators, which is the only two that matter, as well as Dark Fate, because those are cheap 4K during Black Friday. So, and then we got They Live, another John Carpenter Scream Factory release. Down here more into the teas, we've got Top Gun, Total Recall, more 4Ks. Again, I'm a sucker for picking up these 4Ks. Unbreakable, Uncut Gems, Underwater. The bonus, I wanted to see this for years. I haven't gotten the chance to it yet, though. Warm Bodies, Whiplash, again, no, wrong one. Whiplash here, another Damien Chazelle movie, I believe. Haven't seen this one yet. I've heard great things. It looks fantastic. And I love his other two movies. I'm sure I'll love that one. We've got Wolf of Wall Street, The Wolfman, The Wolverine, and all of the X-Men movies here. The first 6 of them are all on Steelbook. We got X-Men, X2, Last Stand, X-Men Origins, which is the worst one, First Class, Days of Future Past, and then the newer ones, and Dark Phoenix is the most recent. This movie here, not this exact version of this movie, but I had a DVD copy of this movie. That was what got me into buying movies. My brother gave me a copy of X-Men Origins. I watched it. It wasn't great, but it made me buy more movies, which was kind of weird. Got me back into loving movies. Then down here, I just hit the phone. I'm so sorry. Down here we've got You're Next, which is my favorite horror movie. Not counting like Evil Dead, Alien, all of those. Fantastic. If you haven't seen it, if you can, go see it. It is amazing. I love it. Then down here we got the DCEU. I don't believe I have everyone. I'm missing Justice League. And then when the Snyder Cut comes out, I'll pick up the Snyder Cut. But we got Man of Steel on Steelbook. And then every other one has the Blu-ray slip, or Shazam, Joker, and Wonder Woman have the 4K slips. I haven't seen Wonder Woman 1984. I got the 4K because I liked the 4K slip better. That tends to be a reason why I buy 4Ks, is because the slips usually look better. Or for Suicide Squad, we have a digibook release of it as well. But I'm not a huge fan of the digibooks. And down here we got my 4 Criterion movies. We've got Silence of the Lambs, Night of the Living Dead, Grand Budapest Hotel, and then the only one of these that I've actually seen, Portrait of a Lady on Fire. It's great. I love it. My favorite movie of 2019. If you haven't seen it, go see it. If you have, you know it's great. I'm a huge fan of it. I love how well it works. I think it's my first foreign movie that I saw. So, as someone that hasn't fully gone into watching foreign movies, it was a bit jarring at first. Kind of getting used to it, but it's fantastic. Again, if you haven't seen it, go see it. And down here, it's just for the box sets. Down here, we also have Captain America: First Avenger on Blu-ray, as well as this Princess 3 movie collection. I got it from the movie club on accident. I didn't ever got to decline the feature title, and I just kind of got that. Down here, we've got the Nightmare on Elm Street collection. Comes with the first 7, so it's all of them except for the remake, which is honestly kind of fine, because I'm not really interested in the remake at all. Nor have I seen the rest of them. I've only seen the original one. We have James Bond, which I'm going to push James Bond to the side real quick. Which is surprising that I haven't seen these yet, because I've seen all of the Friday the 13th movies. I've seen all of the Halloweens, except for I think the Rob Zombie ones, but I think I've seen them in the past. It's been a long time. I've only seen the original one of Nightmare. I've not seen the sequels. I don't know how I haven't, but I just haven't yet. Here we got the James Bond collection, which is all 24 movies on Blu-ray. Surprisingly, I think it was only like $70 when I got it. Like $70 for like 24 Blu-rays. I'll take it. That's a great deal. And down here we have the 30 movie or Universal Monster movie collection. 30 of them. There's the 30. I've seen, I think, 2 of these, which I believe is the Mummy. No, sorry, Frankenstein, and then the Wolfman. I don't think I've seen any of the rest. And then down here, my last box set is the Scream Factory Friday the 13th collection. My favorite piece of my collection, by far. My favorite horror franchise. I know it's not. They don't have the best movies. They're dumb slashers. You watch them for the kills. You don't watch them for the plot. But I love these. They are all fun. Except Jason Goes to Hell. That one's not fun. Like, they're just all fun watches. They're all great. I love them all. This one's is my favorite, actually. Just might be surprising. I don't know. But the remake is my favorite Friday the 13th movie. Usually, the remake is always the worst one. Like with Nightmare. I'm not interested in the remake whatsoever. But with Friday the 13th, the remake is my favorite one because it's just better. I don't know how to say about it. But here we go, on the top of the second shelf, more the scattered pop figures and some Harry Potter stuff. Then over here, got a bit of a horror collection. My second favorite piece of my collection here is my VHS copy of Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I love it. I love that movie so much. If you haven't seen it and you're into campy B-movie horror, watch it. It is fantastic. Again, just got a bit of a xenomorph. Got James from Dead Meat. Big watch of the kill count. This is honestly how I know of a lot of these movies. I don't think I ever would have known Kill Clowns or You're Next without watching Dead Meat. Then down here, got a bit of a skeleton with Mardi Gras breeds. But so yeah, that's gonna be it. Got all 3 shelves here. We got some posters up on the top for Goonies and Lost Boys. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Trying to get back into filming stuff. I'm not sure what to do quite yet, other than the collection. I don't know if I do reviews, maybe top 10 stuff. Maybe I'll do that. I'll talk about movies that, maybe like Psycho. Maybe people want to hear my hot takes about things that might get me yelled at for, but why not? Go ahead, if you want, like this video, subscribe if you're new, which I'm sure all of you are. Follow me on Instagram, give me JJ Movie Corner. Give me the same thing as my name, just without the S. So it's just JJ Movie Corner. That's all it is. I don't have a Twitter, maybe later, but have an Instagram, have the YouTube to like the video, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video, whenever that may be.